Today I'm going to do a video for one of my channel members, David, on my channel subscriptions. He told me to listen to free Polish black metal EPs, which I did. I'm going to talk about them with you today on this video, and we're feeling very grey today. There's a grey shirt, grey couch, grey curtains. It's a very grey day. I mean, it's England, so the weather's grey as well, but the music is also kind of grey. It's black metal, you know, grey and black. Best kind of colours. So yeah, Polish black metal. Fantastic bands. I've listened to albums from each of these bands, but I've never heard these EPs. These EPs are new to me, so it's a fresh perspective. And I actually have notes. Questy having notes. This is rare. But yeah, this is for David, for the from my channel memberships. So he told me to listen to Terrestrial Hospice with rubezahl. I've listened to one before, I think Indian something summer. You guys know the name of that one. The next one is Furia with Plon. Hoping I pronounced that correct. Furia, I've ranked them before. Love them. Fantastic Polish black metal band. One of the best, actually, around there. And last but not least, Deos Mortem with Demons of Matter and Shells of the Dead. All slightly different sounds on each of these EPs, which is quite nice. It wasn't all just the same kind of sound. Each EP had a different style, different flavour, different vocals as well, which I appreciate to keep it all interesting. It's not just more of the same each time. Let's start with the very first one. Let's start with Terrestrial Hospice's rubezahl. Now, this is a 4-track EP, but the first song kind of more of like an instrumental kind of piece on it. So really it's 3 main songs, just like the other 2, which we'll talk about soon. And the vocals on Terrestrial Hospice, the gravelly kind of vocals, I really like the gravelly vocals of this band. I need to listen to the rest of the albums because I only heard one by the band, but I love it. I love the vocals on this. Now, this one was interesting because each song on the album started very similar. Each song on the album had like this acoustic, this is kind of acoustic intro to each of the songs on the album. I really appreciated that. Different acoustic parts on each, but I really did like how it kind of set up the song. And then it goes into furious black metal, as you'd come to expect. But I did like the setup on the songs on this. What have I written down? Oh, yes. You know, it's like a folky myth-like atmosphere on it. And I feel like that is the lyrical content as well. It feels like someone from the mountains is coming to go steal your children. There's that kind of like folk tale going on here, and I really appreciate that within the music. What I wrote down, so Holy Malice was the first song, and I've said, yeah, there's a sliding guitar in this song, kind of like, if you're familiar with Opeth, Moonlap's Vertigo, where it kind of, you can hear the slide on the strings, and I really love that effect. I don't know why, I just love it. And then the transition from the acoustic intro into the blasting metal is just perfect. It feels like, a chase sequence, this song. It feels like you're being chased through the mountains and you're going to get stolen away, so I really did appreciate that very first song. The next song, Abide With Me, I was sensing a pattern, I wrote down. Sensing a pattern, all the acoustic stuff happening and then going into the black metal. It's a bit more mid-pace, but then it kind of gets blasting throughout after the mid-pace section, but I do like a bit of a change, not just atmospheric the whole way through. It's got a bit of a bounce to it. It's got blasting parts, it's got acoustic parts, it's got everything you could possibly ask for, and then I wrote down the creepy laugh, which is great near the end of the song, so I like that one probably the best. No, I like Wanderer of Desolation the best, the last song on the album. And it has like a creepy, foreboding vibe to this song, like a real evil atmosphere to it. Now, this whole EP as a whole, as I said, more acoustic, more folky, more just atmospheric. And I like that about this one. So, if I was going to rank them, I'll do that at the end, but this is going to be high. This is going to be high. I loved Terrestrial Hospice's, I can never pronounce the name, rubezahl. So we got the next one. Furia with Plon, and I've talked about Furia before, fantastic band, but I never heard this one. This one was harder to narrow down each single song like I did with the previous one. Just for the nature of the music itself, kind of blends into each other. What I've wrote down is more of an ethereal affair compared to the first one. The riffs are fantastic, and I can't pronounce the names on it, so don't even get me to pronounce the bloody song names on this album, because I just can't. I'm not Polish. Maybe someone can translate it in the comments below to tell me exactly how to pronounce it, but I bloody can't. The screaming is more pained and torturous, which is quite nice, a bit different to the gravelly screams on Terrestrial Hospice, more pain shrieks, which I enjoyed, more melancholic parts of this EP, which makes the heavier parts kind of pop out more. It's not just, it's not all the same. It has the yin and yang, which again, like I said in the previous one, I prefer. A lot of chanting I wrote down. A lot of chanting in this album. It kind of reminds me of Peste Noire in parts. Like, and then fucking black metal goes flying. But it's not quite that rambunctious. It's not as that rambunctious as Peste Noire, but it has that kind of chanting in the background, which I appreciate as well. The last song, when it also had like a funeral doom section in, very slow, very melancholic, but I appreciate that as well. So yeah, Furia's Plon, another fantastic, album, extended play. Another great EP, and another great listen from the band Furia. Underrated as hell. Go check out my Furia ranking if you haven't already. That brings us to the last EP, and that was Deos Mortem, Demons of Matter and Shells of the Dead. And I already appreciate the album art because it's got Baphomet on, and I love it. That's just extra points. You got Baphomet on. So good. This is a lot more aggressive of an EP. Those last two, acoustic parts, funeral doom parts, melancholic parts. This is just fucking blasting black metal. There is some slower bits in here and there, but it's more sporadic. It's mainly just furious black metal, and the vocals are just as aggressive. Probably the most aggressive vocal delivery out of the 3 EPs, and I do appreciate that as well. What I wrote down is, more furious. It's a bouncy rhythm to some of the parts, like a lot of headbang. You can headbang to this EP pretty well. Some mid-pace kind of riffs and that kind of shit, which is great. So I do love that. And also, it's more evil. Like, it has a more evil sound than the rest. Evil melodies throughout all the 3 songs. And the last song, the melody on it is just phenomenal. Like, you get lost in the melody, kind of seeps into you, and that's my favourite song on the EP. 3 songs again, the last song again, happens to be my favourite. Really love the melodies on that. Like, the melodies on Deos Mortem, some of the best. So, those are the 3 EPs I checked out. What did I think? How would I rank them? So, I'd say my least favourite, even though they were all good, my least favourite was probably the Deos Mortem one. I like aggressive black metal. I love the melodies, as I said, and his vocals were aggressive. But Questy, I like the more atmospheric, pagan-y, folky kind of shit more. So I was more aligned with the other 2. Although I still love my evil black metal, okay? Still love it. So I'd probably rank this one 3rd. And if I had to give a rating, I don't like doing this, but I'd give a rating, it'd be 7 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Very good. Next would be Furia's Plon. I know, I love Furia, and I've put it 2nd. Furia's Plon would be 2nd. I like the pain shrieks, the vocals, fantastic. Like the yin and yang, the heavy and quiet. And I know what to expect with Furia. It's nothing new, but I know what to expect, so I knew it was going to be good. So 8 out of 10, Furia's Plon. My favourite was Terrestrial Hospice, though. Holy shit, I loved the acoustic stuff. Like the mood, the feeling like I'm in the mountains about to get stolen by some folky entity. Love the folkiness of it. Love the gravelly vocals. It just hit all the right nails on the head for me. Terrestrial Hospice. rubezahl. Is that what I said it right? rubezahl, yeah. Easily my favourite of the 3. Thought it was glorious, and I'd give it an 8 as well, because still just as good. So there you go. Ranking and talking about 3 black metal EPs from Poland. Great black metal scene they have there. Let me know down below any other bands you'd want me to do. If you want me to do stuff, the channel memberships, obviously they get it first. They get fucking priority. But anything else, just give me a shout, and Questy will try and do it if I can remember. Hopefully you had some fun. We'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.